13 interesting Phil Foden facts. Everything you need to know about Manchester City's young academy graduate Phil Foden. Phil Foden is an English professional footballer who plays as an attacking midfielder or winger for Manchester City and the England national team. He was born on May 28, 2000 in Stockport, Greater Manchester, England. Foden joined City's academy at the age of 8 and has steadily progressed, impressing coaches with his technical skills and vision on the pitch. He made his first team debut in November 2017, coming on as a substitute in the Champions League game against Feyenoord. Foden's breakthrough season came in 2019-20, when he made 38 appearances in all competitions and scored 8 goals and helped the Cityzens win the Premier League, FA Cup and League Cup. Foden has also represented England at various age groups, winning the Under-17 World Cup in 2017 and the Under-19 Euros in 2018. He made his senior debut for the Three Lions in September 2020 and has since been a regular member of the England squad. Here are 13 interesting facts about Foden that you should know. Shine from youth. Foden's talent was evident from his early youth with England. He first came to prominence during the 2017 Under-17 World Cup, where England became world and Foden was named the tournament's best player. The following year, he helped England win the Under-19 Euros. His golden ball at the Under-17 World Cup in 2017 helped him to gain attention from around the world. Nicknamed Ronnie by his family, Foden has many nicknames but is always called Ronnie by his family. It was a suggested nickname to avoid confusion with his father's. His Manchester City teammate Benjamin Mendy has referred to Foden as the baby shark numerous times on social media. Bought a house for £2 million at the age of 18. His performances on the pitch made Foden a star and a fortune, but the youngster always put his family first. At just 18 years old, Foden bought himself and his family a £2 million home as he was determined to keep his immediate family together, the Daily Mail reported in October 2018. Foden moved his family from Edgeley in Stockport to Bramhill in South Manchester. Manchester City fan since the age of 4. Foden joined the club at the age of 4 and signed on an academy scholarship in July 2016. He has continued to develop at City and is now a key part of Pep Guardiola's side. I was in elementary school and heard that a City coach had come in to coach the 6th graders. I was a few years below them, but they didn't see the potential in that age group, so they asked, "Do you have any other players that we might be interested in?" Our PE teacher told them about me, and the coach took me outside to train alone. He said he liked me, gave me his card to give to my parents and asked them to call. From that day on, I was at City, said Foden of how he was picked up by City, according to a 442 report. Compared to David Silva due to his agile playing character when on the ball and possessing extraordinary technical abilities, Foden is often compared to Manchester City legend David Silva. He also mentioned how he admired the Spaniard and was inspired by him. The 22-year-old player was also lucky to play with Silva early in his career. He is expected to take over from Silva's role at City. Flourishing trophies at a young age. Despite being only 22 years old, Foden has already won many trophies in his career. The England international has 4 Premier League titles, 1 FA Cup, 4 League Cups and 2 Community Shields with Manchester City, and has plenty of time to add to his tally. Became apparent at 18 years old in his personal life. Foden is in a relationship with Rebecca Cook and has a son, Ronnie, born in January 2019. He has been in a relationship since his teens and married when he was just 17 years old. Foden became a parent 1 year later, aged 18. If you have a bad game or a bad session, you're out. But now I'm thinking about the bigger picture, Foden said of how having a child has changed his outlook. I came home and saw her smile. So there are more important things than worrying about one bad session. You see things in a different way when you have kids. To be honest, I really enjoyed him, but I found it quite difficult. Difficult to have away games and to be away from him. He's one of those now, so he always makes me miss. Love fishing when Foden is on vacation. He likes to relax and fish in his spare time. Probably about 95% of footballers don't enjoy it, said Foden, who missed celebrating the 2018 Premier League title with City's players because he was out fishing with his father and had planned it in advance. The weird thing is when people find out I like fishing they say, "What a weird sport to enjoy." They don't understand why you enjoy it. Obviously, they have to go and try it. I think it's the perfect hobby to rest your feet and have fun like. Premier League Young Player of the Year 2019-20 Foden was brilliant during the 2019-20 season. The Stockport youngster appeared in 38 games across all competitions that season and recorded 8 goals and 9 assists, earning him the 2019-20 Premier League Young Player of the Season award. Youngest English player to score in the knockout stage of the Champions League, Foden became City's youngest ever Champions League goalscorer when he got on the scoresheet in the last 16-second leg against Schalke on 12 March 2019. He is also the youngest English goalscorer to score in the knockout stages of the competition, aged 18 years and 288 days. Fourth youngest English player to appear in the Champions League since starring at a young age, Foden has set records as the youngest player to accomplish much. He became the fourth youngest English player to appear in the Champions League, 17 years 177 days, and the first player born in 2000 to play in the competition. He also became the second youngest English player to start in the Champions League, a record that was later broken by Jude Bellingham. He still holds the record for the youngest English player to start a Champions League knockout match, doing so at the age of 17 years and 283 days against Basel in 2018. Guinness World Record holder aged 17 years and 350 days at the end of the 2017-18 season, Foden received a winner's medal after breaking several records with City. A Guinness World Record crowns him the youngest player to win a Premier League medal in the 2020 edition. Controversy during the COVID-PSBB off the field. Foden was embroiled in controversy in September 2020 when he and fellow England player, Mason Greenwood, violated COVID-19 protocols by inviting women into their hotel room during the national team camp. The youngsters were sent home from England camp and issued a public apology for their actions and were later recalled to the Three Lions squad.